Hello Commanders, welcome back to the command table. I am Mathermar and we are going to continue with our journey walkthrough. We have reached the Soldiers Encampment and we are going to do map 1 in this video, which includes battles 91 through 100. Before we proceed though, if you would be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any comments, please feel free to leave those below. So we're going to jump right in here. This is the Soldiers Encampment. Let's go ahead and go. And okay, it says army points not fully used, so we did have an expansion on the army. We'll have to make sure that we account for that. And oh, Crystal Spires. Have we run into those yet? I started this a couple days ago, so I'm not sure if I remember exactly what we've all been up against, but I'm pretty sure we haven't encountered Crystal Spires yet. So, okay, the Crystal Spires will nuke a bomb very quickly. Let's go ahead and bump our Barrier Monk up there. That should help to account for the bombs, which will take care of those two front groups of shield bearers. Let's move this guy down. Okay, so that accounts for the shield bearers. Let's ditch our brute. And we're going to grab a set of assassins, which are here. There we go. Okay, we got a decent split. Let's try to get a better spread on their position. That's one's a little forward, a little back, but that's still a better vertical spread. So let's try that. And we'll try to match the center between those two groups of archers in the back. So let's a little more forward. Let's try right about there. And then let's see. The archers would probably take down the Crystal Spires fairly well, but let's make use of the Barrier Monk. And we'll just throw in some Warhounds. I got another set of Warhounds while I was PvPing. So that's that, and we'll just throw in the drummer for fun. Where's our drummer? There he is. Oop, we don't have enough room. Let's get rid of shield bearers and grab a drummer. There we go. That looks good to me. All right, let's see how we do. Okay, there goes the shield bearers, there goes the Death Knight, and there goes the archers. Very smooth. The Barrier Monk did a lot of the carrying there. Alright, let's move on to 92, and let's see what we've got. Stormcaller, and we've got an Earth Elemental up front, and crows. I think this is the first time we've seen crows. Crows have a stun, a group of units that harasses random enemies by stunning them, and they're untargetable while they're in the air. So what we're going to do, let's see, let's drop the bomb bots, because that's only would do the first phase of the Earth Elemental. You could do one in front of the other and have them blow up two phases, but then you got a bunch of minis to deal with. So I think, okay, the shield bearers have an immunity to stun. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of those in place of our bomb bots. And, okay, we still got our drummer, still got our wolves, got our assassins. You know what, let's look at it again. I think that's good. You got to be careful of these frost traps behind the Stormcaller. Stormcaller does a chain lightning thing, so we want to try and resolve him as quickly as possible. So let me do my fingers over the thing trick and see if I've got my assassins in the right place. They need to be back, it looks like. Just a smidge, but not much. Let's try right about there. Hopefully they'll take out that Stormcaller without tripping the frost traps. Then everything else should be easy enough to clean up. See how we do. Poof, there he went. My shield bearers are soaking a lot of those stuns. And the hounds are immune to the frost trap, so if I did trip the frost trap, I'd still have units to move through and clear up the rest of the archers. Alright, I was very pleased with that. Let's see what we've got next. Okay, we got Frost Wizard, level 6 Frost Wizard. Okay, so we want to keep our Warhounds because they're immune to the frost, and we've got 2 more Crystal Spires. So here's what we're going to do. Let's move our assassins to take care of the archers in the back. Let's ditch our shield bearers because we don't want to linger in the front. We just want to resolve the front. So putting shield bearers up against shield bearers just takes too long. So what we're going to do, we're going to put our bomb bots right up front. We're still going to use our barrier monk. Drummer's not necessary, I don't think. So let's ditch him. And we're going to go ahead and grab 2 sets of archers. And you know what, let's throw in an alternate here. We should be able to handle the one group of shield bearers up top. I'm going to throw in my arcane archer just to make sure that once we've cleared up the rest of the front line, that we have a contingency plan to take care of the thorn guards and the crystal spires, because those thorn guards take forever to walk. So the arcane archer's a good contingency plan if things don't go the way I think they will. Let's see how we do. Hey, barrier monk did good protecting the bomb bot. Archers are gone. Frost wizard's gone. All right, didn't have to worry too much. Let's proceed. So now we are on 94. Okay, we got 2 earth elementals. We've got a bunch of warhounds, and we've got some archers. Okay, so we can resolve the archers with the assassins. So let's do that. Let's again aim for that split. Again, if they both go one direction, it's not going to be the end of the world. Since we're going to take care of the archers with the assassins, let's ditch that barrier monk and see what else we can have some fun with. Okay. Thorn guards. Let's put those right up front. That should compensate for the warhounds. And let's actually move our warhounds back, because those earth elementals will do a big slam and knock back our warhounds. So what we're going to try to do is get rid of those as quickly as possible. We could blow them up, but I want to use a crystal spire. We haven't really used that very much yet. Okay, so I think the going theory here, hold on, let's see. Just make sure I get... Okay, so the going theory is that the warhounds are going to converge on the thorn guards, which means I should probably move those archers, because I don't want to have a stray warhound popping back and grabbing those. Okay, so that means that everything up in the front here is going to converge on the thorn guards. The assassins should take care of the archers, and everything else should just be cleanup at that point, because the warhounds are going to die quickly, and they're going to arrive before my warhounds do, so they should die on the thorn guards. Let's see how we do. Yeah, there they all go. Crystal Spire's doing a great job cleaning them up. And then it's just a matter of grinding through the earth elementals. Smooth. I like it. All right, 95. Let's have a peek. We have a Valkyrie and, ooh, some Faceless Knights. So the Faceless Knights, they do a penetrating attack. It'll go through a bunch of units and stun everything that it goes through that's not immune to stun. So let's see, how are we going to handle this one? We've got our Thorn Guards up front, which is fine. It would take them a while to get to the Faceless Knights, though. There's really not a whole lot that needs to change. Let's, okay, the bomb bot, we've encountered that before, I believe. So let's go ahead and just move the assassins back and knock that out first, and then they'll work through and kill the barrier monk and the arcane archers while they're at it. So let's move the archers back just a bit so that they have a little bit of run time before they stop, and that should keep them protected from the Faceless Knights and their attack. Okay, I think I'm satisfied. Let's give it a go. Okay, goodbye Bombot, goodbye Barrier Monk, goodbye Valkyrie and Arcane Archers. And the Faceless Knights got flanked by my Warhounds. Perfect. Very, very pleased. Alright, number 96. Let's see what we're up against here. We have a Death Knight, we have a set of Warhounds, and we've got some skeletons. Oh, okay, hold on. Almost didn't even see them there. They're not very... they don't stand out very much. So the Draining Spirits, the fastest way to resolve those, because they will attach to whatever is there, is just to not have anything in range. That should resolve those if they're not going to operate differently in here, I don't think. So, yeah, they're just going to disappear. If I did have something in range, though, they would latch onto them and just follow them around until they died. So, I think we just solved that. There's not a whole heck of a lot else to do. I mean, the assassins are going to pop back and grab that Death Knight. So, yeah, then it's just a matter of cleaning up the skeletons. Okay, boom, let's just run with it. Okay, goodbye Death Knight. And everything just runs into the Thorn Guards. Okay, well, can't complain. That one was easy lifting. Let's take a look at 97. Okay, we got the Sharkboy. So this is an untamed beast, and he is immune to mind control, stun, and physical forces. So what are we going to do here? Okay, the Thorn Guards are a good counter, but 5 versus 5, I think that's pretty solid. You know, I'm just not... okay, we're not going to need these assassins because there's a ton of Thorn Guards in the back, so we're not going to get a good bang for our buck out of that. What I want to do is, because you saw those Mind Shrooms, these Mind Shrooms, this row right here, I'm putting these Plague Bearers in because they have the immunity to the mind control. So they'll just march right over them and stomp them, and that'll resolve that. But what I also think I want to do, let's stitch our Warhounds because we don't want them to run into any of the Mind Shrooms and the Thorn Guards. So they're not the best choice. What I do want to do is grab the Drummer. And what I'm going to do, this little trick here, the Battle Drummer is now closer to these Plague Bearers than it is to the Thorn Guards. Now these are going to move forward, so the Battle Drummer will follow them, but initially the Untamed Beast is going to run up to the Thorn Guards and start shredding them, but they're going to be given the Drummer's buff, and the Drummer is now back far enough to where it's not going to get hit by the Untamed Beast. So that's the trick that I'm hoping to accomplish there. Let's just take a peek at the range of his aura. Okay, let's just move him back a smidge. We're going to make sure that this tower is nowhere near... Oh, you know what? We don't even need that. Why do we need that? There's just one Untamed Beast. That kind of defeats the purpose of having 3 beams. So what do we want? How many army points do we have? 1. Okay, let's do this. Let's get rid of our Arcane Archer. And let's have some fun with our Ember Fiend. We haven't used her very much. So there we go. The Ember Fiend now. Yes, okay. So the Ember Fiend is going to be able to attack from a good range to get the Thorn Guards and the Archers. Okay, I am satisfied with that. I think I'm going to run with it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so there we go. Look, Thorn Guards are hardly taking any damage. We also got Plague on the Untamed Beast, and now the Plague Bearers are stomping on all of the Mind Shrooms. And we got Fire from, or Burn condition from the Ember Fiend, cleaning up that back line. Okay, I have to pat myself on the back. I like that one. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. All right, let's see what we're up against now. Deadly Plants. All right, we've got an Ancient Tree and the Mind Corruptor. And I think this is the first time we've seen a Druid, too. We've seen the Valkyrie with some of the Paladin builds and the Brute. But let's see, what are we going to do for this one? I don't like that Mind Corruptor at all. I just be frank with you, that'll ruin my whole day. I think we're going to ditch our Ember Fiend and get our Assassins back and just get rid of it. So Assassins are right there. Ever since they changed the layout of this, I'm struggling to find units. They're so used to knowing exactly where they are, but it's taken me a hot second. Okay, so if I put this all the way to the back wall, it should attack the Mind Corruptor first, and then I'm hoping it's going to go down to the Valkyrie next. Between the two of these for this setup, the Valkyrie is a bigger priority for me. The Druid will do a 2-second interval on the heal for this tree, whereas the Valkyrie will have a steady flow of heavy healing the whole time. So I'd rather, once the Assassins are done with that they go to the Valkyrie. Now, what else do I want? Okay, front line, we've got... Okay, if something goes wrong with the Assassins in the back, I'm going to get rid of my Thorn Guards. I'm going to move my Plague Bearers up, and that way, if there is any issue, they'll be able to keep going. The only problem is that tree. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to ditch our Drummer. Now, we could use our Brute, because the Brute is bigger than the tree can grasp. I think that might be our best choice. Let's do that. So we're going to grab our Brute, and that Brute's going to be able to get to the tree. And what else do we want? Army points not fully used. Let's grab our Arcane Archer again, just for late game cleanup if things don't go the way I'm hoping that they do, but so far so good. So let's go ahead and update him. All right, let's give it a whirl. All right. Oh, okay, the Valkyrie. Oh, okay, that was not good. The Valkyrie kept the Mind Corruptor alive. I was expecting it to heal the tree for some reason. And now I've got some mind-controlled Assassins. So that might have our first do-over. So what we'll probably end up doing now... Okay, now we're hitting Frenzy, but that Mind Corruptor is going to get me before anything else. I went down. It was going to happen eventually. So here's what we're going to switch. One little tweak. We're going to take out the Valkyrie first, and that should solve everything. So let's kind of keep them a little further back so that they gravitate to the Mind Corruptor next. Let's see how that does. Oh, still too far back. Okay, let's just start over. Try again. Got to move them forward. All right, here we go. Now we're cooking. Nice. Okay, everything else is just going to be grinding through. So yeah, one of the things that you're going to learn very quickly is that you do not have to win every time. You're going to, whether it's PvP or in here, you're eventually going to level off to where you're going to fail. And that's okay, because you get all your units back at the exact same level that they were. And yeah, good thing we got that Arcane Archer in the back. Brute was going to get the job done either way. But yeah, don't worry if you fail, just try again. Switch some things up, learn from the last go-around. Alright, so let's do the next one, 99. What are we going to do here? Alright, we got a frog. So that's a giant toad, sorry. Let's use the correct terminology. Okay, that Valkyrie caused me a lot of troubles for the last battle, so what we're going to do is try to resolve that Valkyrie right away with our Assassins, and then they'll hopefully gravitate towards the Druid next and split for the Archers. The Toad would not be able to eat my Brute, but let's have a little fun with this one. Let's do a little bait and switch. Oh, we've got Assassin in the back. Let's not forget that. So let's put our Thorn Guards in. And then... Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Let's compensate for our Toad by putting in... Oh, okay, what else do I want to get rid of? Let's ditch the Brute. The Brute would hold the Toad, but I kind of want to do a thing where we mind control him. So we're going to put the Mind Shrooms in, and oh, we've got one more army point. Let's do this. That's a good idea. Okay, we'll see the Frost Trap in action. So the Righteous Defenders are going to hit the Frost Trap, maybe even the Toad, which is totally fine. The Assassins are going to resolve the Valkyrie, which is going to be a nuisance. and the assassin's going to be resolved by my thorn guards. So I think I'm satisfied with that. If the toad doesn't hit the frost trap, my original plan of having it hit the mine shrooms is going to be what I'm going to count on for that. Let's upgrade those, get a few more. And let's just move these guys back. All right, I think I'm satisfied. Let's give it a go. Battle. Keep trying to spin, but you got to click the battle button. Okay, so there goes the assassin. Okay, so yes, the toad did not get hit by the frost trap, and my archers moved too far forward, but it's not a big deal. The thorn guards were able to resolve it. I was hoping that it would keep jumping, but I think, oh, I know what the problem is. I'll show you here in just a second. Okay, we did just fine. The thing that caused me the problem was I'm used to the archers shooting at their full range, but I was using the corrupted aim, which reduces their range by 30%. So I was thinking that the archers were going to be way back here when they came up closer than that, and that kept the toad from jumping onto the shrooms. So, okay, well, learn something new every day. All right, we are going to do battle 100. Okay, what are we up against? A Death Knight. We've got some Wraiths. Those are Wraiths with their new skin. We've got Thorn Guards in the back and Assassins. All right, let's do... Okay, the Wraiths are immune to freeze, as you see here. So let's get rid of our Frost Trap. We won't be needing that. We'll let's keep one of our Mine Shrooms just to catch things up front. Yeah, just in case. Let's put those there, and then we might have the Death Knight run right into it, but skeletons might stomp them, so we got to be careful. Let's clear up that front line. We'll just resolve it. So we'll get those aligned properly. There we go. Now, what else do I want? Okay, we got assassins, so let's put the Thorn Guards where the assassins will run into those. And as for my assassin, oh, okay. Here's a thought. The Wraiths are going to disappear right at the very beginning of the battle, so they're not going to be visible. So this Death Knight is standing right in the big middle of nowhere, according to my army. So what we're going to do is, if I do my little trick, again, you can't see my fingers, but I'm going to kind of gauge where my assassins need to be, right about there. So the assassins are going to kill that Death Knight right away. The Death Knight's going to walk forward, so let's put it right in front of the Death Knight. And that should hopefully tag on to the Death Knight and not the Shield Bearers. And that should kill the Death Knight right away. Yeah, and then my archers and Arcane Archer should be on cleanup duty. Should work great. Great, let's give it a go. Poof, assassins got the... Oh, right, the archers. I keep forgetting that. They ran right up to where the Wraiths went after them instead of the Thorn Guards, which kind of wasn't my plan. I gotta compensate in my brain for that Power Stone. There it is, though. Thank you for watching. We've completed the Soldiers Encampment. It's starting to get a little real. We're running into units that are about our level, so we're gonna maybe have a little more difficult time, but we should still be able to get a fair bit further. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Please do like and subscribe. Also do the comments. And check out thecommandtable.com. We have tutorials, we have raid strats, and soon we will have merch and comics. We'll have more content for you soon. Thanks for watching.